GBC President meets with the European Union delegation in Yemen. New Saudi air raids on various Yemeni governorates. At least 20 soldiers killed and injured in car bomb attack in the governorate of Abyad. Good evening, welcome to Yemen Today's News. I'm Ali Nasser Al-Khamri. The President of General People's Congress received in his home the head of the European Union delegation to Yemen, Maria Antonio Calvo. The former President of the Republic expressed his hopes that the current visit for Ms. Calvo will help in revealing the real catastrophic situation due to the Saudi-led aggression and its horrible consequences like cholera and other epidemic breakouts, along with famine that threatens the life of millions in Yemen. During the meeting, the GBC President confirmed that Yemenis are able to solve their own issues without foreign intervention. However, Saudi Arabia keeps providing weapons and money to warring parties in order to prolong the war in the country that witnessing aggression and unjust siege. For her part, the head of the European Union delegation in Yemen confirmed her sorrow about the current humanitarian situation witnessed by the country. Earlier, the Prime Minister, Dr. Abdulaziz bin Habtour, held a meeting with the European Union Ambassador Maria Antonia Calvo, in which they discussed the cooperation between Yemen and the European Union. Here is a report.
Prime Minister welcomed Ambassador Calvo Porta and reviewed the tragic situation caused by Saudi aggression and its illegal siege on the Yemeni people, including the negative consequences of the continuation of closing Sana'a International Airport, as well as the violation of human rights caused by Emirati Saudi occupation in the southern and eastern governorates and its direct role in supporting Al-Qaeda and ISIS terrorism. Dr. Habtour pointed some critical points, including the collapse of the health sector, spread of diseases, lack of resources, shortage of medicines, cut of salaries of the state employees, and the catastrophic results of 2216 resolution, valuing the EU visit to Yemen to convey the reality to the world. He also stressed that the government is responsible for protection and all necessities for the EU activities in Yemen. Ambassador Calvo Porta stressed that the best solution to this biggest human tragedy in the world is to stop the war on the Yemeni people. The EU ambassador said that the European Union strongly opposed the transfer of the central bank to Aden. She confirmed that Sana'a International Airport must be reopened and salaries must be paid. The head of the European Union mission confirmed that the European Union approved the cancellation of its decision of suspension of the amount of 55 million euros allocated to Yemen, indicating that this amount will be invested in favor of the health sector, food security, and the rebuilding of the archaeological sites that have been bombed, as well as loans for the implementation of small projects for the poorest groups in the society, and she expressed her hope for further cooperation and partnership with the government and its agencies to enhance the activity of the humanitarian system in Yemen and achieve its humanitarian goals and reduce the suffering of the Yemeni people.
The Saudi warplanes waged new attacks against Sa'da governorate north of Yemen. Local sources there reported that Saudi jets hit with at least 4 strikes Shada district west of the governorate amid intensive flight. Meanwhile, the Saudi border guards shelled with rockets and artillery several areas in Razah, Munabbah and Ghamr, causing great damages in public and private properties. Earlier, the Saudi jets waged 5 air raids in various regions of Kitaf district. The Saudi war jets resumed attacking Hudaydah coastal governorate west of Yemen. Local sources confirmed that the Saudi jets waged 2 air raids against Bajil district amid heavy flight. The new air raids in Bajil came 2 days after cutting the main route in the district with 2 air raids. And earlier the Saudi jets waged also 2 air raids against Khoka district. The Saudi airplanes resumed its historical air raids against the governorate of Hajjah, northwest of Yemen. They made 8 air raids against the 2 districts of Harab and Midi. The new raids came after less than 24 hours of the latest attacks by the Saudi jets that hit 9 air raids against the same 2 districts. Seven soldiers were killed and others injured in suicide attack in Abyan governorate, south of Yemen. Media sources confirmed that a car bomb hit military gathering in Juhayn area of Lauder district, killing at least 7 and injuring more than 10 soldiers, some of them in serious conditions. No one has claimed responsibility for the attack, the latest in string of assaults in the southern parts of Yemen, but the Yemeni occupied lands witness regular attacks between the Saudi and Emirati malicious groups. The Committee of Private Sector for Humanitarian Relief inaugurated the first phase of its campaign to support hospitals and medical centers in the fight against cholera epidemic by the needed medical solutions and medicines in the capital Sana'a. More in the following report.
The unjust siege of Saudi-led coalition on Yemen caused a humanitarian crisis, particularly in the health sector. The hostile coalition, since the beginning of its criminal war on the Yemeni people, aimed at collapse the health sector through imposing unjust blockade on the Yemeni seaports and airports, which resulted in lack of medicines and caused acute shortage for the medical solutions. The Committee of the Private Sector for the Humanitarian Relief aimed at reducing the citizens' suffering, so it inaugurated the first phase of its campaign to distribute the solutions of cholera epidemic for the hospitals of capital Sana'a. We thank and appreciate all the contributors on top of the Union of Wheat Importers, Assembly of Yemeni Cashiers, Assembly of Banking and Oil Derivatives, who were the first supporters for this campaign. My message for all donors and businessmen to contribute to support and succeed this campaign. We praised highly them on their support continuously. Actually, it is not the first time, and many businessmen have been supported the hospitals with much medical equipment during the last period. And we need to work together, either from the health ministry and the international organization or from the private sector. In collaboration and support of 4 private sectors, the Private Sector Committee assigned 200,000 medical solutions from all kinds of solutions to prevent the outbreak of cholera epidemic to be distributed in all hospitals of capital Sana'a. The private sector is the first donors to this campaign, and we should make a real partnership on all aspects, not only in the media aspect. The duty of private sector is to help government, especially in these difficult situations, and the support should be on overall humanitarian and relief aspects.
مساعدة الغذاء كل شيء، فواجب القطاع الخاص أن يتعاون في مثل هذه المرحلة.
The cooperation and partnership of private sector beside the citizens to combat cholera epidemic represent effective step to prevent the outbreak of the deadly epidemic which harvested thousands of Yemeni people, especially in these difficult situations Yemen passes under the criminal coalition.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, back to today's headlines. The GBC president meets with the European Union delegation in Yemen. New Saudi air raids on various Yemeni governorates. At least 20 soldiers killed and injured in car bomb attack in Abyan. Thanks for watching and have a good night.